Well, I gotta say, this is a pretty nice shot here, eh? For you guys to see how we celebrate our native people here in Vancouver. Have we always been the best of friends? In some respects on how we treat each other and talk to each other and stuff? No. But the way humanity's going, it's a milestone in good nature that we've gained from both sides. From all sides, let's go with that. There's lots of different groups of us. Let me do something here. You see that Arbutus tree right here? Beautiful, nice and full in leaves. It's got lots of bark on it. We're going to go over and take a look at that and just see what we come up with there. Like I talk about, they like to stimulate the roots. The Bigfoot like to stimulate the roots. Very nice. Very nice. So we can all see people are marking this tree. Like we got Korea. Chris Nard. Well, Chris, you shouldn't be writing your name kind of in your style because you can get busted for that, you know. Bob Sidhu, maybe. And I don't quite make out that one. But anyways, so we're not really looking at that, guys. We're looking at this other stuff here, okay? We're looking at it old through here. Okay? Through here. Now we're coming into the bark and we're looking at the bark. So here's the bark. Whoops. Here's the bark if I were just to strip it off at that stage, okay? Now if I were to come over to it and strip it off at this stage, see, it's pretty hard to get at it there, so we can see the difference on how it's aged here compared to here. Here was an injury. Now let's look for my stimulation marking, which would be right that lineage of fire. So what we can see in here, we see a lot of grainage of, if we want to call it stimulation or something like, going this way. And then right at the base, we see many times one crossing going that way. Look at these little marks right there. See how they look with the detail of the curvature and such that I talk about on my on the details of the cutting that I keep in my research. Come around, you look at something like this and see if you can see any stimulation in there. You try to see the facts of their scarring in amongst all this. We're going to walk around to the other side. This is a beautiful piece. So you look for the facts of their scarring in here. Like you look for a very fresher, more relevant. Like it's relevant. It makes a difference right now. It's that fresh. Well, is this ever neat, eh? What that does, guys, remember in many of the cases I count it as a stimulation of growth. So look at the hump on that. And you can see it's pretty aggressive they've done that there. So you see that hump there? Hump back. So that's the back side kind of the knee or whatever this would... Well, that's still the way it's... Yeah, I'm going to just stop with that comment. Look at this right here. Very lengthy scar on that one. Old, obviously. Let's take a look up here. This is a different tree, though. What do we got? We got 3 different trees right here. So yeah, we have some very interesting facts going on this tree right here, this old girl right here. This tree is protected. We're not allowed to. It's funny that they have, I guess they're allowed to do medical practice on them and, you know, cut a limb off and such. But we're not allowed to, or maybe they're just protected on Vancouver Island. I'm not really sure on that, but I hear they're protected tree species. And I hear it's because we really don't understand what's going on with them. Look at all the suckers coming out of that one. See, that's going to be a good example of a tree that's just been fully changed over probably. So let me check that out.